Alright, ladies and gents, what's going on? Welcome back to another video talking about my beloved New England Patriots. And in this video, I'm going to tell you people about why the Patriots need to trade for Carson Wentz. Because honestly, man, Cam Newton, I don't see him coming back to the Patriots after this season. Because honestly, man, I can understand why the Panthers, decided to cut ties with Cam Newton. Because honestly, man, Cam Newton just isn't the quarterback that I thought he was going to be. I thought that once Cam came to New England, I thought Bill Belichick was going to help him revive his career. But apparently, that's not the case anymore. So I don't see Cam returning to the Patriots at all. And I personally think that we got to trade for Carson Wentz, make a trade for him, because let's be honest here, Carson Wentz, I think he's a good quarterback still. It's just that the Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion, are just ruining Carson Wentz's career, because it seems like that the Eagles just don't know how to build around Carson Wentz. I'm going to say this right now. Eagles, they are struggling at building around Carson Wentz, mainly because I feel like they're not wanting to give him the weapons that he deserves and not giving him an offensive line. Because if you look at the Eagles' O-line, the Eagles' O-line, in my opinion, is the worst O-line in the NFL this year, especially since, Carson Wentz, he keeps getting sacked and sacked, and it's like, what are you expecting Carson Wentz to do if he's going to keep getting sacked, if you're not going to provide him an offensive line with weapons to throw the ball to? Because you look at 2017, the Eagles had a decent O-line, and they had pretty decent weapons on offense, and Carson Wentz single-handedly carried the team for most of the year before, he went down with an injury. So I don't understand why we shouldn't trade for Carson Wentz. I think that would be absolutely beneficial for the New England Patriots. I know it might be a big risk, but hey, I mean, this is the NFL. Sometimes you got to take risks. And if I was Bill Belichick, I would call the Eagles up and ask for a trade for Wentz. Because honestly, imagine what Carson Wentz could do in New England. Like Bill Belichick, he would definitely revive Carson Wentz's career. Because let's be honest here, Patriots, we're not going to get Trevor Lawrence in the draft. That is just not going to happen. So the least we could do right now is make a trade for Carson Wentz. Because honestly, Carson Wentz, he has experience in the NFL. And I personally think that Carson Wentz would be a great, addition to New England for next year. Because then if we can complement Carson Wentz with a good offensive line and weapons to throw the ball to, then Carson Wentz is going to do serious damage to opposing defenses on the field. Because Carson Wentz, I like Carson Wentz. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think that he's being treated fairly by the Philadelphia Eagles. I do feel bad for him. So I think that Bill Belichick trading for Wentz would be absolutely beneficial. So that's why I think that the Patriots should trade for Carson Wentz, because you see, unlike Cam Newton, Carson Wentz can throw the ball downfield. Because you see, the thing about Cam Newton is that he can't throw the ball downfield anymore like how he used to. I don't know what happened, but it seems like that after 2015, Cam Newton's performance with the Panthers just dipped completely. I mean, he had that one good year in 2017, but that's about it. Other than that, Panthers, they haven't made the playoffs with Cam. And Cam, man, some of these throws that he just makes is just terrible. I mean, I think that Carson Wentz would have a way better decision-making compared to Cam Newton. So I would have to say let's move on from Cam Newton after this season and then get Carson Wentz. Because I think that Carson Wentz, would be able to, throw the ball down the field and read opposing defenses. Because when Carson Wentz is healthy, the only thing that's a concern is whether or not Carson Wentz can stay healthy. But once he's healthy, Carson Wentz, man, he can do serious damage. So this is why I think that the Patriots should trade for Carson Wentz. And about the Chargers game, man, we beat the Chargers 45-0. About the Rams game, man, that was a disaster for New England. Our offense didn't even show up in that game. But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not even too mad. You see, because the thing about this season is that it's just one of those seasons where you don't have any expectations as a Patriots fan for the first time in like 20 years. Because normally as a Patriots fan, you have expectations that your team is going to go to the Super Bowl every year. But this year, man, that's just not the case. And even if we do, by some miracle, make the playoffs, we're probably going to get smacked by the Chiefs, Steelers, or the Titans. So, yeah, we're going to be one and done even if we make the playoffs. So, yeah, missing the playoffs is not really going to bother me this year. It's just one. It's like, hey, we had our fair share of domination. All good things come to an end. So, yeah, all good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, Patriots' streak of domination came to an end. But, hey, Patriots had a good run. But I still hope that we can trade for Carson Wentz, because if we can trade for Wentz, then I think then we can dethrone the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes next year in the playoffs if we meet up against him, man. Because honestly, dude, I just think that Carson Wentz would be a great addition to New England, not only because he would be able to, throw the ball downfield, but because we would be able just to, sustain drives with Carson Wentz. Because you see, the thing about this season with the Patriots, I don't know why we keep running all these formations with Cam Newton, running like 50 times a game. Like, that's not going to work. We need a quarterback that can throw the ball down the field and that has a arm strength, okay? So, yeah, this is why I think we should trade for Carson Wentz. Guys, let me know what you think about the idea in the comment section below. And as always, go Patriots, man. But this season, man, has just been a big disaster. But, I mean, I expected the season to suck for the Patriots. And, yeah, it did. But it is what it is, man. So, peace, y'all.